Good morning. This is Dave Newcombe live from the Mercantile in downtown Ferrum. I'm delighted to be here with Coach Bryan Harvey, our head women's basketball coach. And we're here at the Mercantile, and it is the former Happy Pappies, people may know that, or Fuds, as it was before that. So we're just delighted to be here. Managers Wendy Yantz and Janice Wade, and we have a couple of managers here in the Mercantile, Tristan Ashley and Sherry Loffer. Say hello, ladies. And here comes a customer. Customer in to buy donuts. And they serve donuts and coffee and Jimmy Dean sausage sandwiches and all of those things. And now that we have our show paid for, we'll get into the interview here with Coach Harvey. Coach, you're 2-1 in the league. Looking good there. You got a road trip coming up. Talk about the season a little bit thus far.
Well, like you said, we just started league play, come back from Christmas, and the rest of our games are conference play. So, it's been a little bit of a challenging year so far in the respect that we've had some key injuries. We've lost three kids to knee injuries, and two look like season ending, and the third we don't know yet. So that's just part of it. You coach long enough and you're in this business long enough, those things are going to happen, and we've been very fortunate to avoid the injuries over the years. And it's hitting us all at once this year, but I think the kids are responding well. They're working hard. We're getting a lot better every day, and our focus right now is to continue to improve every day, and we want to be playing our best basketball in February and March. And I think when you have injuries and you lose people, and we had 8 freshmen come in at the beginning of the year, and when all that happens, it takes you a little while to find your niche, to kind of figure out what you do well. And we've had to do a few things different defensively than we've done in the last few years, but I think our kids have kind of figured out what we can do and be successful with. And now it's just a matter of getting better at doing what we're doing and fine-tuning things. And I think if we do that, I like what we're getting right now. So just got to improve and get a little bit better as we go. And I think if we do that, we'll be in pretty good shape come February. Yeah,
boy, I look down the roster and I look at the stats and see that a lot of people are getting minutes, which means that you're working hard to get the right combinations.
Well, we've changed the lineup quite a bit, and like you said, you just have to adjust and figure it out as you go, and that's what we're doing. And we've had a lot of kids step in and have to do things for us, and they're playing well. And we've decided with the style that we want to play, we're going to play a little bit faster on defense, maybe pressure a little bit more. And I think to do that, you got to play a lot of kids. We play a lot of back-to-backs, either Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. And if you want to press and play up tempo, I think you got to be committed to playing a lot of people, and that's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to play about 10 kids, every game, give them minutes, and they're growing as we go. And I think we're much better than we were a week or two ago, and hopefully we'll be much better in a week or two from now. Yeah,
that intensity on defense is noticeable against Averett. They turned it up, and you had a exciting game against them and hit a couple of threes. You have Lindsay hitting a couple of threes toward the end of the game. Nicole Harrison scores 29. You're getting great scoring from Zarkia Maddox and also rebounds and toughness underneath, so you can tell that defensive intensity is really turning up, and that's what you want to bring.
It really has, and like you said, Zarkia. You mentioned Zarkia. I think she's got to be one of the best freshmen in the league. Consistently putting up double doubles, and we're just getting a lot of production from her. Nicole Harrison was just named the USA South Women's Basketball Player of the Week.
Player of the Week, great.
She had 29 points, went 9 for 11 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 9 for 9 from the free throw line and 2 for 2 from 3-point range, and they were playing a box and one on her. So that's pretty good considering. And then we had some key kids hit some big shots down the stretch
Sure.
that I'm hoping is going to help their confidence. Lindsey Martin hit a big three when we were down 1 with about 2 minutes to go. That really kind of got us going again down the stretch. And then Kelly Mounts came off the bench and hit a big three late in that game as well. That was big for us. So, and Kamani Crawford's been pretty consistent for us all year. She's once again putting up close to 10 points and 10 rebounds each night. So each night it's somebody different, and we've been pretty consistent with what we're getting from Jacole and Zarkia and Kamani, and we're trying to find a few more pieces to step up and give us a little bit more production offensively, and I think we're starting to get that. Kids are starting to gain some confidence and play a little bit.
Well, Jacole looks like by the time she's through with her career at the end of the season, she'll be right up there with the best we've ever had in terms of numbers, and one of the best players we've ever had. And that's an honor. She's been really consistent, 4-year starter, all league.
She has. She's been a great player for 4 years, and one of the things that she said when she came here is, "I wanted to go somewhere where I can win." She goes, "I've never been on a team that's won at a high level consistently," and I told her if she came, we had a pretty good group that was here when she got here, that I felt like we'd have a chance to be pretty good in the league, and we have been. And she's, her numbers, as good as they are, probably could have been better, but for the first 3 years of her career, she was playing with other kids that put up good numbers. And I think that, that's what makes, I think, our team so special, is we've had a balanced approach, and we didn't have to have one kid doing it all, and this year she's really stepped up with the loss of some of the kids we've lost to injury, and the kids that graduated last year. She's had to take on a little bit more of a scoring load, and she's done that. And she's just one of those kids that'll do whatever you need her to do. She just wants to win.
Yeah, and I'm excited because I think we're peaking at the right time. I think we're going to go into league play. We go south. Here, talk about your trip south.
Well, we've got it's a tough stretch coming up. You go to Huntington and LaGrange, which is a tough trip. It's Huntington's about 9 hours on a bus, and LaGrange is probably 7.5. So and they're tough places to play, and they're good teams. So this weekend will be a big test for us, and then we come back and we play Greensboro on Wednesday, who's at the top of our half of the division, and then you get Piedmont next Friday, who I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 10-1 or 11-1 right now. So you got a 4-game stretch that will really test us, and but I think our preseason schedule was very tough, and the reason we played such a tough preseason schedule is to prepare us for these types of games. So hopefully we'll be prepared and ready to go.
So you have 3 players that are consistently starting and in double figures, and you're playing a lot of other people. Anybody you want to mention that you haven't mentioned?
Well, like I said, we got 11 kids that have been playing, consistently, and they're all doing a good job for us. And from game to game, different kids are stepping up. And Lindsey Martin she had a big game, hit a couple of huge shots for us the last game, and she's going to step into that point guard position with Krista going down. And I think Lindsey, she seems to be gaining more and more confidence as we go, and we have high expectations for her moving forward the rest of the year. Kind of a surprise for us is Jessie O'Connor, who was a volleyball player and came into the season, probably a little bit behind because she played volleyball and the seasons overlapped, so it took her a little bit while to catch up. But she plays so hard on a daily basis, and she went games where she hardly got any minutes, and then now she's starting for us. And we do a little efficiency rating system that we keep every day in practicing in games, and she's consistently at the top of our efficiency rating, and it's mostly just effort. She plays so hard on a daily basis, and it doesn't matter if it's practice or if it's a game. Every time she steps out there, she's going to go as hard as she can go, and we need that. She gives us a little bit of toughness maybe that we really need.
She does seem like she'd be tough. 6-footer out of Bath County.
Yeah, she played football in high school. I didn't realize that, but they said she played. She was a defensive end, and they moved her.
That's the kind of toughness we need.
Yeah, and not only was on the team, she played. So, toughness. And the kids, every day in practice, they hate going against her in practice because she plays so hard. So I know if our kids hate going against her, you know what the other team thinks. So. She's really playing well, and other kids, Aaron March, Kelly Mounts, Brooke Lewis, they're all giving us a lot, and I think our depth is something that's going to help us down the stretch.
I'd like to, just say that Kylie Collar was for my money, one of the best players, I've seen on our court all around in terms of an energy person, and I hope she can get back in and play a couple of games for us in her senior year. It's tough to lose her. Jacole Harrison, maybe athletically the best I've seen here in my 29 years. So,
we've had, those two are who knows where we'll be at the end of the year, but if we win 18 games this year, I think they'll have the most wins of any kid in the program's history.
Right.
And they've really been special for our program. And, Colleen came into the year with about 750 rebounds and 750 points and had a chance to be a 1,000 player for you. And you don't get that very often. And she's just one of those kids that does everything you ask, works extremely hard, unbelievable basketball IQ, and just a great leader for us. And, she's working hard. She's actually, we have her in practice, practicing right now a little bit 5-on-5 for the first time in a long time.
Good. That's encouraging.
Yeah, where she's still probably a little ways away from being ready to go. Just trying to get her confidence up, and but we hope if things go well and she continues to progress, to have her down the stretch, and that'd be with the other kids that are gaining the experience they're gaining with her out. To be able to get her back down the stretch, I think would help us a lot.
Talk about intensity and toughness. They don't come any more intense and tough than.
She just, like I said, she's one of those
team player.
Coached for 20 years, and and probably as hard a worker and as smart a kid as you'll ever coach. And character-wise, you're just not going to get any better than Colleen. And my big thing is, I'd just love to see her come back and finish on her own terms. And you hate to see a kid that's worked so hard and put so much and meant so much to your program, in their career with an injury. So we're hoping that we can get her back. Yeah. And I know if we can, she'll be back because she's doing everything she can to get back on the floor and finish her senior year.
Coach, you don't have a program like you've had over the years without great support and coaches. You have Karen Harvey, was a head coach at Hollins and just is probably one of the best post-player coaches around. And she just seems to me like she really has a great rapport with college-age women. And I guess you're pretty fortunate to have her on the bench and have her in your life.
Well, I have had great assistants, and when I first came, Katrina Williams, she played for me in high school, and that's kind of been the formula that I've had since I've been coaching. Is you want kids that have played for you, have been around the program, and understand what it's all about to come back and help you. And Katrina Williams is the head coach at Tusculum now. She was my assistant for years, and she understood because she had played for me what was expected, and she was a good assistant. Then we went to Leanne Woodley. Once again, Leanne Woodley played for me in high school, and then played for my wife at Hollins. And just having someone that had been in your program, understands what you expect, and they're very loyal to you. That's important. And then we brought on Adam Crawford after Leanne, and Adam played golf for me here, and he's a Ferrum guy. It's easy to recruit when you've been here, and he believes in the product, and he's been unbelievable. One of my big things is in coaching is you're going to be with those guys a lot. The amount of hours that we work, and you want people that you can really enjoy being around, and there's no better person than Adam Crawford. And then my wife she's got a, like you said, her and I are very different personalities, and sometimes I'm intense and tough and all business a lot of times, and kids need to see a different side, and Karen's very much a different personality, and the kids really relate well to her, and she's got a dry sense of humor that
she's got a great personality
and sometimes people don't see that.
Right.
People don't see it. You got to get to know her, but she really
humor.
does, and I think that's good for her to be able to give them something different than what I give, and she's she was a great player, so she's been there, she's done that where I've always been a coach on, and I played in high school, but I wasn't a player in college. And, I grew up, my dad was a coach, so I always look at it from a coaching perspective. But she's been there and she's played, so she can give that side of it as well, which I think is important.
She's got her jersey retired up on the gym at Roanoke College, so she was quite a player, Karen. So, yeah, well, and both coaches have great personalities with the players when you see them interact, and it's nice to have the woman and the guy, and working with women basketball players. So it seems like a great combination. It's been a great formula for Ferrum College. It's been the most successful run of any sport, I think, other than football maybe, that we've had over the years. So I congratulate you, and then you got 3 at home, 3 kids that are going through school, and they seem to be doing real well.
They are. My kids are doing real well in school, working hard, and they good kids. And a lot of times we're on the road and out late at night, and we miss some of the things that they do. But when we are with them, we try to spend quality time with them, and Ferrum's been really good for me and my family.
Yeah,
and
for the family, you live close by, and your kids get dropped off at the gym.
Well, I think that's
the bus, and
that's what's been good for us. It's,
right.
We once we came here, we wanted to immerse ourselves in the community, and I think we have, and it's been good for us, and we love it.
And then finally, the fans. You've got some great fans, and through thick and thin, and that's been fun. The following you've developed by recruiting good local players. It were regional players, and it really helps to bring in a great fan base and a great atmosphere in Schwartz Gym.
Oh, I think we have the best atmosphere in Schwartz Gym of any team in the league, and
they're envious, I know.
And it's the professors, faculty, and staff, the students. They follow us, and then the community's been great. Even when we have games when we're on break, the community shows up in force, and we go on the road, and we have community members that really, other than just loving our team, have no ties to us, and they follow us. They follow us to games. Cecil and Mary Jane Lynch. Mary Jane was a teacher, a retired teacher from Ferrum Elementary, and her husband Cecil. They go everywhere we go, and you have people like that. They mean a lot to you, and they mean a lot to the kids, and I think it brings a lot to what we're trying to do.
Well, next week we're going to have Bill Tharp on the show. Bryan, Harvey, thank you for all you do for Ferrum College and our program here. I'd like to thank the Mercantile for hosting us, Wendy Yance, Janice Wade, and then our 2 managers in the back that we talked about, Tristan Ashley and Sherry Loeffler. In the facility here, if you haven't been here, we have a Papa John's pizza, Metro Deli, great deli sandwiches, soups. It's really delicious. And then in the Mercantile, there's all kinds of gifts and neat stuff from the area. We also have a picture of the old Mercantile, which was somewhere in downtown Ferrum. We haven't figured that out. If any of our viewers know, it's right here. That's the original Ferrum Mercantile, and so we're bringing it back. And I think a lot of the people in the area appreciate that. Also, Homestead Creamery lovers, you can come in and get Homestead Creamery. Is there anything better than that ice cream? And they have the dairy products available for purchase. So this is the Ferrum Mall right down here, Ferrum Mercantile Mall. all kinds of things. And on behalf of Gary Holden, our producer, director, and all things beautiful, I'd like to say so long.